Hi, my name is Paige Thomas, and I'm here to talk to parents and students, mostly parents, about reading tips for your child at home. So first, I would like to talk about the reading time specified in your house. It doesn't have to be a specific time, but you could allocate a certain amount of time that a child has to read. It's important that they have a space to read with minimal distractions, minimal noise, no TVs, no iPads, no cell phones, so that they can really focus on what they're reading and get the full benefit from it. It's also important to motivate your child to read. Along with that, seeing you read helps a lot because monkey see, monkey do. Seeing you read will encourage your child to read. Having books available for them to read, having a library in your own house, a bookshelf, a corner that has books in it so that they can choose and pick what they want to read. You could also go to the public library, a bookstore that's nearby, and let your child roam and pick out whatever they want so that they find something that they're really interested in. You can also try reading with them. So my chapter, your chapter kind of thing, or reading to them before bed really, really helps. And then we can also talk about how some kids, their response is reading is hard. You have to make sure that that your child is reading at their level. Not anything too hard and not anything too easy. So you have to keep up with what level they're at. You could talk to your child's teacher about that. You could also talk to them about things that they're struggling on, whether it be fluency or comprehension, so that makes reading hard. When a child reads something and they don't understand it, then they get frustrated. So it's important that you have to work on those things as well. You could work on fluency with them at home. You could work on phonics at home. You could work on comprehension at home. So make sure you're in contact with their teacher. If a child also thinks reading is hard, you could have them read a book to a younger sibling if they have one, or even to you, so that they are reading out loud and it doesn't seem like work to them, especially if it's a younger sibling. It makes them feel like they're doing them a favor and not just themselves. If a child thinks that reading is boring, I mentioned earlier, make sure that they have a selection to choose from and they're picking out something that they're interested in, because if they're not interested in it, they're not going to read it or not going to pay attention or not going to understand what they're reading. Make sure you pull interests. Like if your child were to like gymnastics, pull a book about Gabby Douglas or just gymnastics in general, but at their level still. Make reading more common in your home. It's important that children read so that they have an easier time in school, especially with textbooks and stuff like that, informational text. Which brings me to, if a child is working on something at home, make sure you have informational books as well, because they can use them for school, and it's but it's more beneficial to have them flip through a book and learn how to use the index and the glossary and everything in the table of contents, so that they don't have to surf the web the whole time and just type in something and get the answer right away. So they have to actually look through the book. It's a great idea, actually. Just make reading more common, have a space for them to read, motivate them, monitor their reading, ask about what they're reading, and I think that those tips would be really beneficial. At the bottom of the video is a link to multiple resources to help your child read, and they elaborate a little bit more on what I've talked about today. So I hope this helps, and thank you.